Good morning, pregame crew. How are you doing? My voice is not that great this morning, so excuse me. I beg for forgiveness now. So, good morning, Night Truck, Greg, BNTC, Andre, Ian, Lisa, Roger, Lori, Trainman Dan, Gary, Casey, Nursen, Maria, bonjour. Hey, Robert. How are y'all? I didn't know I was going to sound this terrible. I knew I was coughing this morning, but lordy. Good morning. If you're tuning in later in the day, you may want to fast forward down here to this right corner where it says 6:30. And that's where I'll get started with the indices, commodities, crypto movers and shakers of the day. Between now and then, I'll do a little housekeeping, say hello to my friends, and possibly do a few chart requests. Good morning, Bobo. Andre, Robert, Augustine, Louis, Plan. Good morning. Can y'all hear me okay? I know it's not okay. It doesn't sound good, but you are. Well, from the meetup a week and a half ago, a lot of us are under the weather since then, and it kind of hit late. It's weird. Hey, Ethan. Okay, so I know y'all can hear me now. Hey, Mal. Hey, Okumu. Hey, Laura. And I have time for just a couple of chart requests. Hey, Chris. Thank you, Hobby. Meta? All right, let's look at Meta. Or my friend Bobo. Bobo, I feel like I know you. You interact with people over the interwebs, as my brother-in-law says, and we're just like you. They're a close friend. All right, 1 second. At my support levels. We held the 8 EMA all day yesterday on the 15-minute, on the 5-minute. We're just pulling back ever so slightly in pre-market. It's actually very strong this morning. $171.75 is the level. Are we overbought on any time frame? Oh gosh. Oh my lord. So sorry y'all about the time for a hot toddy. Yeah. Good, Laura. I'm so sorry. This guy, I just saw he's spamming the room. Oh, so sorry. If we type, we can get rid of him. All right, now we'll go back to the chart. So that looks like a bull flag to me on the 4 hour. So the way I would approach Meta if I had no position and I wanted one is I would wait for back burner. I know, totally. I blocked him. It just they do it so fast, it just takes a little bit. So I would look for a back burner trade on Meta. Meta was the strongest of our high beta names yesterday. It looked really good, nice volume. What was the volume yesterday? It was below average. It looked like a high volume yesterday, but I think everything was just low volume. Okay. XBI. Yes, Andre, it's a bull flag on the 4 hour on Meta. And I showed you the trampoline move yesterday that I love so much. And this is a 4 hour potential bull flag. So XBI it's actually not even higher in that category of Meta. Meta was strong yesterday of our high beta names. To move 3% on a mega cap stock like Facebook, that is a mighty move by the bulls. But XBI had an even bigger move. So if you have no position and you want one, I would wait for a 5-minute oversold at a minimum. So remember, whatever trade setup I give you, if I give you bull trade setups like yesterday, what was it? It was Crocs. And it did wonderfully. It did so good. This is Crocs, our falling wedge, and it moved 12% yesterday. The market was bullish, so gravitate toward the bullish setups. And if the market's bearish, gravitate toward the bearish setup. So XBI, here's a general rule of thumb. If the market is slow to sideways today, I would look for a 5-minute oversold bounce on XBI. If the market is pulling back pretty hard, I would look for a 15-minute oversold on XBI. So I changed my criteria based on the market conditions. And primarily, for the most part, you want to be going with the market versus against it. It'll make your trade setup a little easier. Okay. SMH, yeah, SMH is sad. So I chose SOXL as my name for our Super Bowl, our stock picking Super Bowl we're having in the chat room. And it was really an oversold bounce play. We're not oversold on the daily, however. It's just beat up more than other names. So I wanted to pick it, and I chose a 3 times ETF instead of a 2 times ETF. Possibly win because I'm a little competitive. 4-hour 8 EMA just continues to dominate price on the semiconductors, and they need an hourly trend change. Here's the hope. Here's the glimmer of hope for SMH bulls. Here, here, and here. Okay. So Dynamite, Labu, LABU is bullish XBI. So when you're trading LABU and LABD, I will put them up over here if I'm trading XBI just so I can set my stops. But overall, you want to always be charting the underlying because the leverage ETF is going to give you some false results because of the built-in decay. I will cover Nasdaq in 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Okay, Tilray. Bullish engulfing candle on the daily. We had so many outside bars yesterday. We had a ton of outside bars. So outside bars by nature, or primarily on a bullish day, they're primarily going to be bullish engulfing candles unless it was some anomaly in the market. So Tilray has a bullish engulfing candle. That's great. Woohoo! But it doesn't matter until you get a confirmation. We want a candlestick confirmation of this bullish engulfing candle. And these growth names, Dan has his eye on it, and I do too. But we need some trend changes. We do not have an hourly trend change on Tilray yet. Support 319 and then go into that 15 minutes. See if you can find another one. Nope, don't have another one. Till 303. So you don't have a lot of support in this area. That was a beautiful stair step. Oh my word. These people are crazy. Oh, no problem, Dynamite. No problem. Hexa went up 42%. I didn't see that. Okay, Chewy, and then we'll get started with the indices. Chewy looks good. I was looking at it yesterday. It broke bull. So any of those, I call those mid caps. So Chewy, Carvana. Oh, don't acknowledge them. I know, they're so sick. It's disgusting, these spammers. Okay, going back to my comments. Carvana. I know you asked about Chewy, so I don't mean to like, look, ooh, look, a squirrel. But Carvana had this falling wedge on the daily, and it broke bull yesterday in a huge, huge way. Had a 26% day, Carvana. Crocs, 12% day. I didn't look at pins. Pins, 8% day. So Chewy's in that category of growth. So these growth names had a wonderful day yesterday, and they may need a breather today. They may need one, but on all of those names, I would be scouting 5-minute back burner. So I'll just skip to the punchline. This is back burner day for growth names. So Chewy fits the bill. So I didn't mean to cheat this morning, but Affirm, Crocs, CVNA, those are my top 3 names looking for back burner trades. Chewy would be a great one as well. And if the market is pulling back, I'd wait to a 15-minute oversold. Mal, you're funny. Brandon, let me answer your question, and then we'll get started with the market, the indices. Brandon, I don't make predictions like that. Could it touch $16? Always, always, always remind yourself anything can happen. Anything. It could touch a penny and it could touch $100 tomorrow. Literally anything can happen. So always be ready for all outcomes. Daily 8 EMA is absolutely manhandling price on this parabolic move to the downside. So I would not be overly eager to buy this dip. There is no signs, zero signs that these bears are slowing. On SMH, at least we had a green day and they went red to green. Gold and the commodities, metal gold, they're just not showing any signs of bottoming. Okay, I don't know what to. I'm so sorry, guys. We'll have to figure out some type of setting, get rid of these people, but I don't know what to do in the interim. All right, let's get started with indices. I have no, let me, one second, y'all. All right. We don't know who these people are. They're used to BNTC. You missed yesterday. How dare you? Oh, thank you, Brandon. All right, y'all ready? I am so sorry for the sidetrack. Okay, the dollar is a beast, and that just continues. There's no sign of slowing. Look at this. When you see this, commit that to memory, okay? Look at this squeeze. This is unbelievable. Power, power, power move. We need the dollar to sit down in order for the market to get some reprieve. We had a beautiful day yesterday, beautiful bullish day. They are on point. So it had a huge bullish day and there's no sign of slowing. Literally no sign of slowing. We need the dollar to sit down for the market to get that tailwind. And the market's having bounces, yes, but they're not bounces with huge meaning until we get some trend changes on higher time frames. And I believe that the dollar has to sit down in order for that to happen. Looking at ES, we have this hourly EQ that broke bear here. You won't miss it again. It's not until $120, Laura. We look at the monthly. There is no resistance until up here at 120. So remember, you can always use, well, I guess we have a level right here. Let me see. I think we've already gone through it. Oh, 109.77. There's a level. Sorry about that. You could go to every candle here, and that is a point level of resistance, every monthly high. Okay. So, welcome to the pregame show. This is the most unorthodox show I've had so far. This is who I am. I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of the Chart Guys community, and we teach technical analysis. If you want to follow me on Twitter, that would be great, at Chart Gal Lori. What I do here every morning is type up these notes to keep my head straight. I don't know how it's going today, but I'm trying. Here are my notes for the day, and I copy and paste these in the TCG chat room so they can slice and dice them as they see fit. If you are interested in my chart setup, you can click on the link below in the video description to receive a PDF explanation. And also on our YouTube channel, there is a video that Joey did explaining how to set your chart up if you want to set it up like mine. All right, dollar's going crazy. ES. So it is my belief, that's a wrong word. So we have this hourly EQ, we broke bear, but there is a more than 50% chance we have an inside bar day. We had a pretty big move yesterday, and I don't know that we're going to be able to take out that high. So we could just go sideways all day. And here's the other reason I say that, and we're popping right now, getting a little bit more bullish action. The reason that I say that is because of the low pre-market volume. We had such low volume this morning in pre-market. I do pre-market scans every morning, and there was hardly anything. So comparative to other days, it was a low volume morning. Our chat room is quiet, and those are just little tiny little indicators for me saying just be prepared for inside day. And inside days provide for very erratic action. All right, so we broke bear out of this hourly EQ. We're below the 15-minute EMAs. And the hourly EMAs were trapped below the 8 EMA and the 200. So 4 hours struggling to get that higher high hourly EQ for now, and we just broke bear. Thank you, Casey. I appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Okay, so 4 hours struggling to get a higher high. Nasdaq daily lower high is still the more likely scenario. On Nasdaq, we're inside. Yes, dang it. It is on. Subscriber mode is on. Yes, I did draw those white trend lines. So we're trapped below the daily 21 EMA on Nasdaq. And on the 4 hour, this could be a bull flag. So when we see hourly EQs break bear, like we just did on ES, and then look here at Nasdaq, we break bear like that and no follow through, then you zoom out to higher time frame and look for a bull flag. And we have a potential bull flag on Nasdaq. RTY hourly EQ broke bear, but guess what? Potential 4 hour bull flag. So just be aware of that. We did break bear on those EQs, and it gets the bears a little hopeful. But the bears haven't proven anything with these bull flags on higher time frames. YM is not as constructive yet, but it's unable to make a 4 hour higher high, but it still could be a bull flag. Nasdaq is above the 50 MA, RTY is above the 50 MA, and ES is above the 50 MA. All right. VIX. So VIX, this is what has me looking bullish. We have 4 hour potential bull flags on all of our major indices, and VIX has the higher probability of getting a 4 hour lower high. So today's show has just been totally off the rails today. But I think this is the most important thing for the whole day is VIX is in a 4 hour EQ, setting that lower high on the 4 hour, and then potentially rolling over and taking out that 4 hour higher low would be so good for the market. So here's the 2 takeaways. Let me type them. Potential 4 hour bull flags on indices, and VIX higher probability scenario to get a 4 hour lower high. This is the bullish thesis for the day. All right, I went over all of that. Bitcoin. If you're interested in my trade setup, there's a link in the video description below. So in this YouTube video, there's a link below you can click on, and you'll learn everything you want to know about my chart setup. Okay, so this 4 hour inside bar just broke bear on BTC, but we're recovering. And the market was giving us clues to that as well. We're still going sideways, trapped between this 20,300 and then support at 19,743. So resistance 20,300, support 1974, just a real super tightening range. But in all of these scenarios, we're still looking for daily lower highs. Daily lower high on Nasdaq. Daily lower high is the more likely scenario on ES, on RTY, on YM. And guess what's today? FOMC minutes. So please, please, please know. And FOMC minutes typically are a non-factor. But the last couple times they've actually provided more information for the market, and the market has reacted a little volatile. So I don't write off the FOMC minutes anymore. All right, Ethereum is in the same boat as Bitcoin, with a daily lower high being the more likely scenario. 4 hour going sideways, super tight range on Ethereum. Resistance 116892, support 1075. 1075. Okay, gold is getting absolutely wrecked. We have this level over here, 1753, that we have not broken yet. But there is no sign of slowing. Look at this. There's no sign of slowing right now by these bears because of the dollar. The dollar is going nuts. So as long as the dollar is going nuts, we can almost bank on these metals continuing to get beat up. And there will be an oversold bounce, and it's going to be a goodie. There's going to be one. All right, I got that one faster. All right, so and gold is beat up. 1753 is key support. Oil's going sideways. Bounces are for shorting, in my opinion. We have 12-hour inside bars on oil. Bounces are for shorting. The inventory report was moved to Thursday. Nat gas. I wouldn't call this a rising wedge because we don't have the proper, I guess we do have the proper amount of touches. We're getting these tiny higher highs without a lot of follow through. We just had a big move down and the bulls are buying that dip. We're up here at resistance at 5704. So 5704 is your next resistance on Nat gas. And now they've made enough room for a higher low on the 5-minute and on the 15-minute. Apple. Jeremy, you're so right. Truer words have not been spoken. All right, on Apple, daily lower high on the table. It has enough room for a daily higher low. So daily lower high is on the table. And this is the story for so many stocks. We've made enough room for a daily higher low. But a daily higher high is not a guarantee at this point. We're still a little bit far away. $3 is a lot for a $2 trillion market cap company. So, and that's funny, Mel. So we're looking for a daily lower high on Apple, but on a pullback, that's where the conservative bulls are saying, okay, give me a pullback so I can buy it relative to 13377. We have enough room for a higher low. We're closer to the last high than we are to the low. Relative strength. Amazon, relative strength. Plenty of room for a higher low on a pullback, but a daily higher high is not a guarantee at this point. This is very Adam and Eve-ish. Is it, Brett? I looked at it this weekend and I liked it. That is a good setup. Brett, that's a great setup, actually. Weekly EQ. You got a triple top in these 254, 253s if you can get over 254.28. I like that setup a lot, Brett. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to put it on my list so I'm sure to look at it today. I like it. So back to Amazon, they bought a portion of Grubhub, and this could be a potential 4-hour bull flag. I would look for a 5-minute oversold, and if any name gets 5-minute oversold in the pre-market hours, I would then wait for a 15-minute. All right. NVIDIA did not do as well as some other names. They still haven't made a lot of ground. Look, we're still down here at lower lows. It's not like Amazon, who's made room for a daily higher low, or Apple that's made enough room for a daily higher low. And we could not get through Friday's high. So the semiconductors still haven't proven themselves. So make them prove it to you before you give them your hard-earned dollars, because semiconductors are definitely the weakest of the weak. Tesla. They had news this morning about China production, daily bullish engulfing candle. It needs market cooperation, and I think it's a wonderful 5-minute oversold. Okay, we just got 5 minutes, so now we're going to go to 15-minute back burner trade. Daniel, great question. Lori, are these trades you talk about every morning meant to be day trades or longer than a day? It depends. So I actually have, where is it? I had it in my notes. OKTA, that I have a swing name idea for y'all. OKTA. You see this? We have this high, low, lower high, higher low. And we broke through the lower high, but we still need to get through 105.16. And let me show you an after hours level why it stopped there. 103, 103. So this actually looks like a potential cup and handle for me. So I'm going to delete all these lines so you can see it a little better. A potential cup and handle on OKTA. So I like this name. I think this is a great setup, and we're over that ever important daily 50 MA. So we have the breakout from this triangle, and I like this name, and we don't have a lot of resistance in this area once we get through a 111.35. So Daniel, I do try to denote when a setup that I like is a swing versus a day trade, and then sometimes I like a day trade so much, I'm looking for a daily low or high, I'll scalp part of it and swing the other part overnight. So it varies for sure. All right, Apple, Amazon, Affirm. I'm looking for 5-minute back burner on Affirm. It had a huge day yesterday, huge. And if a name did not get oversold in pre-market hours, then I look for the 5-minute back burner. If a name did get 5-minute oversold in pre-market with volume, then I'm waiting for the 15-minute oversold. Okay, Crocs, same thing. I'm looking for a back burner trade. XLE is my bearish setup for the day. So I said I'm bearish on oil. Some of you took advantage of it. Thank you for your nice notes. We're below the hourly 50 MA. 70.37 is an aggressive bear. It's top fishing 70.37. A more conservative bear is waiting for something closer to 71.50. So a aggressive bear looking at top fish 70.37, and this is my queen of the mountain trade, XLE short. And these other names, Affirm, CROX, CBNA. I love these names for 5-minute back burner trades, Amazon, Apple, and Meta. All right, so those are all the setups I had. I wanted to show you something today. I feel like I lost control of the room completely with this spammer, but I'm just going to do it anyway. I want to take the time. I'm sorry about the white. It hurts a lot of people's eyes, including my own. So I'm going to go up here. This is the swing report. This is my watch list for the swing report. And what I do every weekend is I do about 3 to 4 hours research on the market. I do a market summary video, and the video is not that long, but my research and notes are, and I attempt to give our subscribers a look at the market for the week ahead. So looking at SPX 500 USD, we have this clearly defined wedge on the weekly. So we have some very interesting RSI patterns, and I wanted to cover it here. It's an extra tool in your toolbox. That doesn't mean if I see a falling wedge on in a RSI that I'm going to go take it long. No, price action is everything, but I do like to make note of it. It can give you a heads up. It's like a poker tail. I always think of RSI like a poker tail. It's like someone is kind of giving you a nudge or nod, like saying, hey, heads up, this could happen. Nasdaq has these clearly defined patterns. DIA, look at that. So super clear. And so I'm keeping this chart up every single day, and I'm just looking at the RSI, and I'm waiting for a potential. Now this is a weekly chart, so I would want a actual candle close above that trend line. So I am watching these. I'm not taking trades based on them, but they're super interesting at this point. Look at this monthly channel on VIX. And VIX is closer to breaking the channel than any other name that I'm watching. Apple, look at this. That clear channel. Apple is super close to breaking it as well to the bull side. So all of these RSI patterns actually have me looking a little more bullish. And look at SMH. This is a monthly. I'm looking for a break above this RSI channel. Tesla. Pretty clear falling wedge to me. XLF. So I understand that I'm going through this quickly, but I just wanted to give you a clue of some of the things that I keep to the side. Like I keep the chart up, and I'm constantly looking for, are there changes here? Are we breaking bull? Are we breaking bear? And it kind of helps me, I don't want to say have a bias, but again, just extra edge, extra information or data on my chart. And someone asked, pretty please, for BNB USD. Did you want BNB USDT? Okay. Adam and Eve looking. Let me tighten this up a little bit. That's a clear Adam and Eve pattern. It doesn't confirm until it gets over 24520. But this is a bullish reversal pattern that looks bullish. But here's your problem. Where's the volume? You can have a bullish pattern, but if no one is interested in buying the name, we have a nice squeeze. However, we're at that 50 RSI that's been acting as resistance since April. 50 RSI has been resistance since April. So that would be very notable for RSI to close over 50 On the 4-hour, you got a higher high. On the hourly, potential bull flag. But it's looking constructive, but I would be waiting for a volume uptick. Okay, that looks good on the hourly. Okay, you're getting a little volume uptick on the hourly. So that's good. You just need more volume in order to push this over that daily resistance. Hey, Casey, thank you. All right. Yeah, CBNA was unbelievable. I saw the options flow as well. Oh, I see, Daniel. I gotcha. So, Daniel, for newer traders, I don't think they should trade futures, but micro futures and maybe something you look at down the road. You can day trade micro futures in a non-PDT or whatever account, less than $25,000 account. So something you may want to look at. FFIE had a short squeeze yesterday. This is not the day for me. Look where we are. We're right here near the 50% retrace. We could have an inside day. Odds favor an inside day. Yep, Baba is looking good. What do I think about volume on Bitcoin? If I could make a yawning noise, I would. This is a yawner. Right here. Just volume is low. It's total apathy. That's the word that comes to mind when I look at these charts. Is the bulls are totally apathetic and the bears are just sitting back. They're like, we don't have to sell anymore. We're holding our shorts and everything's good. We don't have to cover. I'm in profit. So it's just complete apathy. And when you have that type of price action, it just chops people up. Oh, LI. I'm sorry, Danomitis, didn't see that. Last one, LI. I liked LI for short yesterday, but because it's in growth, I wouldn't touch it. I had people messaging me in our chat room. Do you still like it short? No, absolutely not. It's a growth name. It has relative strength today. I don't particularly like giving my money away. So it has a squeeze. This is a bullish chart. This is a trampoline pattern. Had a daily bull break yesterday over that 39.50, support 36.32. And I went over yesterday how it has these gaps below, and gaps can act as magnets, but they don't necessarily have to be filled. So can it go straight and take out 41.49? It's possible. It's absolutely possible. I wouldn't be buying it bullish up here, but I sure wouldn't be shorting it. All right. I don't do GDX every day, Mike, but I will go over it for you. It's parabolic to the downside, just like gold. Gold's got to find a bottom. Got to find a bottom. As long as GC, okay, so let me make this statement. As long as GC is over 1753, it represents a good risk to reward bottom fish, meaning high probability of getting stopped out because you're counter trend, but you're super close to support. In this case, you could use 25.98, that prior support from over here from 2019 could act as support. So you could bottom fish, see, 26.77. 26.77 is the last 15-minute high or low. No, I don't have VWAP on my chart. VWAP is an amazing tool, and I just continue. Every year I trade, I remove something from my chart. And you'll find out the more price action that you absorb, it's the most important thing on your chart. And then you start just removing things that don't serve you. So yeah, bottom fish on, yeah, Merry Crisp is strong. So bottom fish on GDX, and then OKTA. A summary about a cup and handle. So what I mean is bulls turn this around with a rounded bottom. They just kept buying the dip, buying the dip, buying the dip, turning it. And a rounded bottom is bullish. And this side is a bull flag. So that's what a cup and handle is, and it's bullish. All right, that's it for me. Thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you for tolerating this morning my scratchy voice and then the spammers galore. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Give me a follow on Twitter @ChartGalLori, and use stop losses.